Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Small on the south side is the Green Earth Drake, who got etoustar, still butchered his name well enough. Small on the north side is the Black Noir Eclipse, Lash, who got Lovi. Who knows, well, some sort of update the side causes one player to have a line through their name. Not so sure what caused it, I don't know how to remove it. It doesn't exist in the live games, of course. By the way, got a recon up north and a recon down south. So both sides going for early recon to reconnoiter the area. Plenty of roads in the area for recons to advance quite quickly. And double recon by Drake. Drake, of course, get minus 10% firepower on all. No, he only gets minus 30% firepower on all air units. His ground units are completely and utterly ordinary, which is perfectly fine. His transports get +1 move range. Don't know if that'll make a difference in this game. It can, possibly. Lash gotta make sure to avoid keeping the black boat on top of the harbor, or she'll have to pay repairs for it. But she will have to occasionally get repairs for it when the tsunami and typhoon hit to get the fuel replaced. Another tank and now forward up north. Recon should spot this infantry unit there and help interrupt the capture. Lash is now starting to capture. This recon down south causes some issues. Both of Drake's recons down south. Got a tank heading down south of winter. Artillery, infantry. Address the capture there as well. We do have a mech dropped off there. Capture parts 4 remaining. Recon should be able to finish off, particularly with the plus 10% firepower on the planes. Maybe able to do finish off from the roads though. Here we can find out. Yep, it's guaranteed to get a kill from the planes, but from the roads, it will be probably a luck roll, but it probably has already percentage damage onto it, so it's pretty safe to assume that firing from on the road will kill off. Though if it does fire from the roads, the mech will still be in range, so probably just take it from the planes. Oh, it takes a shot against the mech rather than fully stop the capture, so purposely forfeits the comm tower there. Of course, of that, the infantry unit there had a same capture. The mech could not stay there to drop off, so the black boat couldn't drop off the infantry unit there. So that may have been calculated, but still, maybe better just go for the comm tower. Lash does not have the comm tower captured. Puts around one of those recons there, takes it out, even though it's on planes. Another tank on the field, infantry or recon infantry. So we've now got 3 tanks for Lash and 1 artillery heading to the center. The artillery is in range of the city, so if Drake would have showed up the city, it would have been shelled. Recon mech tank. Here, tank infantry. And you have to capture some properties, interrupts the capture, but in range of artillery. That's going to be a nice little pick for the artillery. Does spot the artillery at the last moment. Oops. But of course, quite a bit of infantry presence there for Drake. Lash needs some reinforcements down south. 1 is in range of the infantry unit there. It's a healthy one back here, but Lash should be able to win out this fight. First strike to artillery, maybe follow up with a tank. This tank's a bit far away though. Strikes the recon there, tank strikes tank, and machine guns down tank. Does not fully destroy the tank there. Artillery does get a good hit there onto the tank. Recon does finish off the infantry unit there very nicely. A good strike there as well. Meteor heading down south. Drake has to be very sparing with the battle copters. After all, minus 13 fire is quite significant, even with a calm down to make it minus 20. I've seen a lot of stupid things from Drake's battle copters, how pathetic it can be sometimes. Let's just say he's no gray field when it comes to battle copters. Though, honestly, he's still better than Greyfield. After all, he has the ability to create storms and do global damage. Greyfield just resupplies everything for a superpower, which is a really lame superpower. Tiny Wars definitely gave him a massive powerful buff. And even then, he's still hardly ever seen. Stay out of range of the mech. Tank is quite wounded. Got multiple mechs here to throw a closing threat to the armored assets. Recon, tank, infantry, battlecopter. Drake's has turned to 81,000. Lash has turned to 98, but she's being hit hard. We have a tsunami that could be activated and just cause some issues. Oh, he actually didn't use it. I was actually half expecting he won't go for it since he's more of a superpower CO. It does pop the superpower, or the regular power, just to cause some issues globally. Though, Lash doesn't have good number of units on top of properties. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot of funds, so she may not have any in-day funds next turn. I'm thinking she's going to be having 12,000? No. I'm guessing 10,000 to bank. Oh, she didn't spend as much as I expected. He has almost 14,000. Some shots there. Decides not to take on the mech at the moment. Both tanks pushing their way forward. Tank does fall back there. Tank does strike the recon. Get some good hits there. And if you have a terrain text available, unlikely we'll see it unless she absolutely needs perfect movement. Which would be actually very nice for recon, since it could potentially give a +4 movement range across planes for them. Terrain tactic is best useful for recons, but still not really worth it being 4 stars. It's highly situational, that power. And honestly, her superpower is a bit more the okay category. Her terrain tactic is a bit of an okay, but a bit of a minus okay. Lash mostly gets just carried by her day to day, which is quite nice, but just still on the okay aspect. But I'll say okay plus. Yes, this is a game between 2 players that was played, let's see, was finished on the 6th. Interior Battlecopter Infantry and Base Skip. Does hit the infantry unit there, and finish off the infantry unit. Does get a good hit there, and Mate does finish off there. Tank atop the city there, but can be showed by the artillery piece. APC pushing way forward. Infantry, tank. Lash almost has her prime tactics, which could be quite nice, though left flank is basically gone. The right flank's not super great. Right now, Drake has 121,000. Lash starts to turn to 95, so not great on the boot. She's about a turn or 2 behind, which is quite significant. Does get some great shots over here. And does get a pretty good sweep there. In fact, Drake has lost everything up north. But it's definitely not a good idea to pop her to Prime Tactics at the moment, because she has nothing to really use it against. We're starting to get some more battlecopters on the field, but of course they're not really affected by terrain tactics or prime tactics, unless they're on top of the airport. If they're on top of the airport, something gone either very wrong or very right. Most time, very wrong. And you've got a Neo-Tank by Drake, as well as more infantry. More infantry units there. Battlecopter, infantry, infantry, infantry. That's possible these units there. Good strike there. Neo taking up north, but keeping his concealment. The recon does spot to all the way over here. Could have gone the far side here, but these can be followed up in the next turn as a possibility. And with a prime tactics or terrain tactics, either units Lash could cross over some forests pretty quickly. Drake, of course, can pop a tsunami if he so chooses. There's an infantry unit there, and starting to threaten some of these other properties. Battlecopter pushing down south. Drake does have battlecopter, but firepower is horrible for him. Interior battlecopter, infantry, infantry. Good shots there. Does hit the interior. Battlecopter strikes battlecopter. Gets a good first strike. And does manage to get the superpower and pops it immediately. It's generally a superpower you want to pop as soon as you can. You also can blind Lash for next turn. After all, you get minimal vision range. Lash does, of course, have a lot of reduced vision range right now. Good strike there on the tank, knocks it out. It's an infantry unit there. And you have a prime tactics now activated. It's the battlecopter. Battlecopter sacks itself, hits the battlecopter. One health anti-air does finish off. Tank does get a good strike then. Tank hits recon. In range the artillery though. It's the infantry unit there. It's the infantry unit there. Artillery, infantry, infantry. Of course, she's probably spent a lot of repairs from the tsunami or typhoon. Artillery does finish off a tank there. Could have gone for a better target there. Could have got more damage on this one. The way tank will over to hit it. Infantry hits the infantry. Takes a little anti-air there. Lash does one battlecopter in the region. Another battlecopter heading down south of the winter. Hits the anti-air and knocks it out. Got the artillery here spotted, but nothing to hit it. Nor can the artillery hit anything. Tank, infantry. Insert 127,000 field. Lash right now has 93. Tank infantry. Here we'll take out that battlecopter. Nothing stops this anti-air in the region, so this battlecopter may migrate more rightwards. Got another battlecopter here who's taking quite a bit of damage and fuel loss. Multiple anti-airs across the region, which is perfectly adequate what we can see. Of course, it's our cast division. Jake Drake does not have too many tanks over here. He's starting to get more reinforcing tanks in the field, as well got another medium tank. There's another tank of recon. Lash overall is pulling back. Many infantry units there. She saves 13,000 funds. She's going for something a bit expensive. Probably a good idea not to go for stealth versus Drake, because his powers and superpowers just annihilate what little field already has. Infantry recon tank battlecopter. That's the infantry unit there. Spots that infantry unit there, but unable to finish it off. His artillery could strike into that forest, but looks like it just moves forward one tile. And overall does pull back a nice defensive line there. Does take up the tank there. ATR strikes the recon and finish it off there. Neo tank connects to the tank up there, stays out of range of the artillery, and there's a good number of artillery up there. Infantry hits the finish off the infantry unit there. Well, some of these guys are in the forests, so it's not actually too easy to spot over here. Recon switch forward. Drake just taking a nice defensive formation over here, but has a good number of tanks. Well, Lash just has a number of battlecopters as well as some tanks here. Does not spot the artillery force. Will strike the tank there. Finish off the tank there, but of course the interiors in the region. Oh, Lash got for a bomb last turn. I have a harder time registering what unit she goes for each turn because Nora Black or Nora Eclipse it's just so dark, it's hard to see what actually gets built on the structures. It's camouflage, right? Tank, tank, tank. Triple tanks. There's on the battlecopter there. I do have a terrain tactics as well as tsunami available. Infantry, battlecopter, medium tank. Here. Tank infantry. Keeping 4,000 in the bank. Takes out the infantry unit there, of course. Battlecopter gets struck. Tank does hit tank. Takes out the infantry unit there and there. Lash is losing quite a bit on the left flank. Neo tank takes the recon, but it's not going to get bombarded by some artillery. Of course, we'd like to see prime tactics boost them up as well. Well, next turn, they're definitely going to be a tsunami. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Oh, both are just going to use the bomb to get the Neo tank. No, not one artillery does take it out. Here comes the prime tactics. Extra defense would be nice, of course. Will help with the capturing game. Well, it looks like it's going to be a bit more defensive. Doesn't get the boosted damage that strikes from the artillery all too much. This unit does go down there. Recon will spot nothing. Or just will engage nothing. Will spot or stuff. And do have now the Typhoon now for the field. 2% 2 damage global. Quite significant. Right now, Lash is 112 versus 187. The bomber, of course, is quite wounded. And probably will be knocked out by this anti-air. Medium tank will strike the infantry there, but in range of all the artillery pieces. Does hit this one, as well as that one, so now the artillery is going to be a little bit nerve to hit that medium tank. With this artillery tank just slightly too far back, I'm able to range anything either. And the 3-off-1's pretty wounded, so can't get much damage done. And Lash has resigned. As I grade saying, keep watching, and on to next replay.